Welcome back. So, I didn't actually plan on recording today. I did a bunch of like background stuff. I was doing some more terraforming. I did some mining. I moved some of the farming area to the other side where I'm gonna put the barn. I made the area that was previously the farming area. I'm trying to make it just like a more of a nature zone where it's just gonna look pretty. I did some cooking. I set up my rails between the base and the portal just so I can go back and forth there a lot faster. And I decided to just do a bunch of mining, and today has just been kind of like a Hytale day, just because I'm like kind of just feeling low energy. So I went exploring. I found this really cool mine shaft. Mainly just I went in it to steal the rails, and the generation was very strange. It like fell down, and then I went down using a water bucket trick like you do in Minecraft, and it worked in this game, which is very cool. It's also great for getting rid of the lava. It doesn't make obsidian though, but it still gets rid of the lava. And down the lava was the rest of the mine shaft, like the other one that was just kind of went down into the mine shaft area with like the centralized area. It kind of just dropped down a hole, and then was the mine shaft, which was kind of cool. Then I decided, okay, I got a lot of copper. I've got too much copper, honestly. I've got all the copper I need for the moment. I've got like, I think a full chest of stacks of copper. I found that I got iron more as I went deeper, but in lower quantity. So I went around to different caves and stuff, and then I decided, hey, I'm gonna go to the desert to go into the caves there, because maybe there's like biome related stuff. Maybe I can get more iron. And I saw a little bit of iron, and here's why I paused. I went down and saw some stuff, and see this freaking shit. Did you see this? Is it uranium? What the heck is this? Spicy rock? Thorium! Oh, it is spicy rock. I think I've seen this before in the recipe. Also, my inventory is full of crap. See, I was collecting rails. I will. Ooh, shinies. I think I've seen this in the recipe for like the alchemy bench and the arcanist. Actually, I think the alchemy workbench needs gold. I don't know where to get gold. I've seen gold in the lava level, and I went exploring the lava level, and I couldn't find any more gold. So it might have been a one-off. I don't know. So I'm guessing it's biome dependent because I'm in the desert and there's this stuff, and it's pretty close to the freaking surface. Like over there's some natural light. So I guess I'm gonna be mining around and collecting a bunch of this, and yeah, I didn't really want to plan on recording today, so I'm just gonna clip this, and then when I do my actual recording day, this is probably gonna be right at the start. So skip forward to more sociable Hammock. Hello. Hello, past me. It's future me, present me. I don't know how time works. I guess you listening to me right now makes me past me. That's strange to think about. Am I trapping a alternate version of myself in a reality of contained time that at any moment future people can witness a past slice of me? Or immortality? And I don't know, this is too much thinking. Hello, I've been very sick as usual. It's very rare for me to go maybe like several weeks without then getting horribly ill again. I'll spare you the details, but I've been playing this game on the side a little bit, just like every like time I can like go on the computer without feeling awful, I'll like load up this game and do some mining, do some farming. I've done quite a few things. First of all, roller coaster. We have little train. So I got this. I don't know why my character's looking down at this. Maybe, wait, do I inherit my camera angle? Oh, I do. If I look up and then do this, my head is like this. I figure like this. All right, there we go. So I went into a bunch of mine shafts and stole a bunch of rails so that I could make this, which is a big railway. Not really that big, but just like a little train that I can use to go to and fro. Oh, I did that. Went from that. All right. I can go to and fro from this place so that I can dump memories. I haven't done any new memory dumping. Ooh, mushroom. I don't need to fight that guy, I'm just gonna bypass. I haven't dumped any new memories, so let's go do that while it's on camera. We're also experiencing a Hytale update. There was update 3 when I woke up today, and I skimmed through some of the patch notes, and oh boy, there's a couple things. But I'll get to them when I get to them, and some of them I think were actually spoilers, which, you know, they could have maybe put spoiler quotes on them, but that's fine. Alright, cool. Restore 23 memories. Hopefully I get some more eternal seeds, because that's something else that I've been working on. Cool. I got a bunch. Morph potions in the alchemist workbench. +3 decorative chests, +4 eternal seeds, and another maximum teleport. I still don't know what that means. But maybe it's like those portals here where I can go to another plane of existence. Or maybe it's just going to help logistics so I don't have to build rails everywhere. Although I do plan on building rails everywhere eventually, assuming... Did they make this place look pretty? I swear this place didn't look this pretty before, but maybe I'm just noticing it with new eyes. Anyway, I'll see you back at the base. Howdy y'all, it's Hammock Production here, recording as I always do in Hamlet Hytale. So some of the things I added in this update are sickles. I don't know if I can make any fancier one, but this lets me harvest multiple crops at once. I've also moved my farming area over to here, where I'm giving it like a bit more of a nice layout. I'm using these lanterns as kind of like street lights. I think I could make something prettier later on, but right now this looks alright. I also made a little well here so I can refill my watering can. I might also add another one over on this side so I don't have to keep going back and forth to that one, but maybe there's a closer one here I could make. Here in the middle areas where I plan on building the barn, which I'll probably work on after I recorded this. And let's give this a try. Oh, I think I just harvested this stuff before. Whoopsie! Some other quality of life stuff they've done is made it so you can put arrows in your backpack and then load like your crossbow or your bow, and then, like, you know, it means you get extra space, which is nice. They also made it so I can make bread using tankards of water instead of buckets of water, so I don't need to Badlands chugs the ocean with non-renewable sources of water, which is great, and I'm glad they did that. Oh look, I can actually make tankards in the farming table, so I'm gonna make a bunch of these, fill them with water, and then put them in probably in one of these like backup chests so we can now make a bunch of bread, because I've been putting off making bread for a while because I didn't want to delete the water nearby, so I actually collected a bunch of that water so that if they, like, I could either use that water to make some water features or, you know, do some cooking. But I'm glad they made a renewable source, renewable way of making bread. Why are you outside my house? That is awfully rude. I have like light sources around here. I don't know. I don't understand the spawning requirements of these guys. They're cringe. Yeah, I moved all my like farming stuff away from here. What I plan on doing is eventually I'm going to build a mage's tower up on here as like a decorative thing. Also because I'm a mage and I feel like having like a cool like place of like demonstrating magical power would be great. Also because this is spawn, so I also have like water coming out of here, like this place is like a center of life or something. I planted this tree that I could make in the farmer's table. I don't remember what it's called, but it looks nice. And I also made a beehive, which doesn't actually give you honey. Let me just double check that statement. Right click. F. Yeah, no, you don't get any honey or honeycomb from this. It's just decoration, but it's cool. It's got like a bee particle effect type thing. So like, I'm instead gonna make, because this area is a lot smaller than I imagined initially, and while I do kind of still like the idea of putting farms down here by the little pond, it's gonna be a bit of a pain to go back and forth, so I feel like having the actual farms that I use be like over here and looking pretty and looking like kind of like a standard kind of like farming setup. But this is I'm gonna eventually fill this place out with eternal seeds. Wait, can I harvest? Yeah. Oh, let's go. I can do big harvests now. And having it all in like a big grouped area means that the harvests will be better. Terrible day for rain. Yeah, I cast harvest. Wah. Oh, also in the time between recording episodes of this show? Question mark. I commissioned new art from Jackademia, which I'm going to show on screen now. It's me. Hello, I'm playing with my toys, which is, you know, based on this meme react image. I really like it. I need to commission more of my OC in meme formats. I need to get one of the I'm gonna fucking die disease tummy hurt for a little bit too long, a little bit too much. I'll be using that frequently. Filling the tankards of water. Oh, they don't stack. At least they don't consume water. Alright, nice. I can just put all these in a chest. But yeah, I want to make this place into like a pretty place where it's going to look like it's overflowing with nature. Like the wizard's tower is going to come up here, and and it's like built on a ley line where all the magic is flowing through and then flowing down. If I can get some kind of block, like a stone block that like glows to make it look like that it's crackling with like magical energy and runes. I want to have that look like it's coming down from the top of the tower into the land and then like giving the land a lot of like nature's power. So I'm gonna have like big colorful trees everywhere. I've seen there's like some colorful biomes over here. I want to see if I can get those kinds of trees all spread out around here, like have like moss and stuff on the ground with different types of flowers, beehives, bushes, just like make this place look really pretty. And as it like flows down, there's like gonna be more like plant diversity, and then maybe I'll make this little lake area into more like a swamp or like a marsh or something like that, because I mean I am a gator. The other thing they added in this update is I can actually tame animals now. Yay! I've been waiting for this. I can go up to you and press tame, and they want a lettuce. Let's go get a freaking lettuce. I'm on top of the door. Let's go get a freaking lettuce. Lettuce leaf. Little heart. Tame. Tame. Nom, 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 nom. Wait, are you guys tamed now? Yay, they're friendly. Hopefully these animals actually grow up, because once they become fully grown, then hopefully I can breed more of them and I can start shearing a bunch of wool that I can use for decoration. Hello, horse. Hey. Hey. You want a carrot, alright? And desert chickens. You want... Can't see. I can't see. Stop running away. You want... Wait. I don't know what that is. Is that an egg? Like, stop running around. I can't see your pop-up. I can't pass this information when you're running away from me. I literally don't know what that is. We'll figure it out later. But one of the things we want to do is eventually set up this barn area here in the middle here. I can move in the chicken coops. I can get more chickens. I can make a dedicated pen for the horse. Because currently what I do is like, even though I haven't tamed the horse, I was able to before to ride the horse, but I think they might have gated that behind taming, while that is now a mechanic. And you could jump onto the horse and then jump out of the fence area, but it looks like they can't leave the fence area, so the fences are actually working as intended, and maybe all the times they're escaping before is early access development bugs. Yay! Well, I do have a box over here full of animals that I've obtained, legally sourced. Over here, there's a bunch of chickens, chicks, foal, bunny rabbits, piglet, yeah. And I was waiting till I got the barn set up so I could place them in there because they keep escaping. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by me. Nice! Alright, cooking noise. Popcorn, because we have salt now. I think we found it in a mine somewhere. Oh yeah, I think we collected a bunch of apples before. Can we make an apple tree finally? No. Wait, where's the life essence? Yes. Let's go. I'm gonna put this apple tree by the nature area, assuming it's like a renewable thing. Like my first apple tree should be part of this, like the nature's bounty. This is all the life essence. I'm gonna put it like right here. I gotta space these out because I don't know how big these trees get, and some of them get really big, so I want to just space them out just in case. And it's getting dark. I would like some kind of way of building a clock. That way I can be a little bit more like beat-ups and just keep my eye on the time because I want to sleep. And I know that when it gets dark, the monsters come out, and there's certain monsters that I might need to hunt. But for now, that guy, using my magnifying glass of my high FOV, yeah, look at the top left, there's a skeleton over there. Yeah, he's like so far away there, but like, yeah. Other things that I've done. Oh wait, before I get fully distracted, I need carrot for horse. Himlo horse. Yay, I can ride you again. Hooray! And just jump out of here. I wish I could name aminals. That would be good. If they ever implement the ability to name aminal, make a comment and I will name the aminal after you, Smile. Alright, other things I've been working on is I went mining, and as you could see from the footage at the start of the video, I went to the desert to find out, could I get more gold in the desert? Because, I don't know, Badlands gives you more gold in Minecraft. You know, the whole gold rush type thing, Dust Bowl, whatever. And no, you don't get more gold in the desert, but you do get thorium! And also silver, apparently, the further you go down. And a lot of that I didn't end up recording, the mining, because I was feeling really sick and I just wasn't like feeling camera worthy. But I did get a lot of the shiny metal and iron. Yeah, fill up these furnaces. I've been using sticks because I get so many from chopping down trees. Iron. Also got this sturdy chitin from killing bugs. Oh, and by the way, in the desert there are kind of scary bugs. Like I have the I have arachnophobia. What the fuck is ophidiophobia? Is that fear of snakes? That is snakes. I can turn that on too, because I'm not the biggest fan of snakes. I mean, I do find snakes kind of cute in the right circumstances, but enemy snakes can be ugh. I have arachnophobia on, and that makes spider into crab, which is still kind of scary, but it's not as bad. If you go into the desert and you have both arachnophobia and trypophobia, which is fear of a lot of holes, don't go into the desert, don't go into the desert, don't go into the desert. Thankfully I was able to psychically tank it, but there are like some scorpion type monsters with some kind of scary faces, and a lot of like, there's a block that has a bunch of like holes in it. I think I actually showed a little bit of it when I first went into the desert when I was exploring around. That might have been like episode 2 or episode 3. But I found them further down, and there were these big scary bug guys that were actually not that tough. Like I could kill them in a fucking like frenzy where I was just like kill. But yeah, just look out for that. If you don't like big scary bugs, maybe just avoid the desert until they maybe decide to add that into the arachnophobia setting. But okay, we have more materials. So we have so much freaking copper. Also a bunch of charcoal. I think I could use charcoal for smelting. I haven't honestly tried it, but I've also got so many like sticks. This is my stick stack. My stick stack. For smelting things. So we're gonna see what we can make out of this thorium, and I already have some pretty good ideas. So one of them, I'm pretty sure you can make a bunch of higher level tools, and we'll probably get to that. I can also make, I was gonna say I can make a thorium hoe, but I need a higher level workbench. No. What wood do I need? Cedar. I see there's wood, but I haven't found any wood. Yeah, I wanted to make like a thorium hoe as my first thing, because whenever I play Minecraft, I unironically go for diamond hoe first rush because I'm a farmer player. But I'm pretty certain, yeah, you use thorium to make the Arcanist workbench. I just need to get more Essence of the Void, and I think the way you get Essence of the Void is by fighting monsters at nighttime. So I guess we're gonna go do that. But first of all, I just saw something while I was trying to maintain my train of thought. The Alchemist workbench, because we got a bunch of gold the other day. We can finally do alchemy. We could probably make healing potions. Where are we gonna put this? In the cooking area makes some kind of sense for now, but I'm also just imagining, like, you don't want to cook your food alongside the place where you're like condensing a bunch of chemicals and stuff. So I'm gonna put it over here in the building area just because there's free space here. Okay, what can we make? Combat potions, an antidote. I think that's for the poison effect you get from spooters. Although, so this looks like it's too far away from the other benches. Okay, I know what I just said, but I just realized I had like a bunch of storage over here specifically awaiting like alchemy type stuff. So instead of moving the entire storage away, let's just put the alchemy over here. It's fine. Chemicals are in the food you eat anyway. Oh, empty potion bottle. How do we make empty potion bottles? Pop berry bomb? Okay, that's how you use all this gunpowder I've been getting from those mushrooms. But I gotta see what this is. It's already pre-lit. The pre-lit Molotov. Okay, it's got a little bounce to it. And it doesn't look like it damages the terrain, which is nice. So maybe I should make a bunch of those. Some like artificer gameplay. Potion of dog morphing. You telling me I can be a dog? Frog, pigeon, mouse. Jeez. Why has pigeon got iron daggers as a requirement? Is that so I can fly? Wait, how do I make an empty potion bottle? I'm confused. Is that part of one of these recipes in here? Maybe I have to find some sand and then smelt it? Well, I don't know how to make glass bottles, but I do have these lesser stamina potions. So if I drink one, the glass bottle gets consumed in the process. Crunchy. Well, I hovered over it, which is something I should have done before, but I have the passive perception of 0 can be acquired by smelting sand in a furnace. Well, I was up the right tree anyway. I just need to go find some sand. Well, we know what our adventure is today then. We're gonna go outside, kill some demons, and find some sand. Oh, that's definitely a demon sound. Oh, that'll be. I can't wait until I get magic. I want to be able to have a bunch of these guys as pets. Yay! Essence of the Void. Void Essence. Well, I got some stuff that I'd like to do, like some sorting, some collecting of more materials, and just chilling. So, ooh, hello, cow. What do you need? You need lettuce? All right. Also, it looks like they changed these icons a little bit. The spawn area looks a little less rounded, or maybe maybe it's just a little bit brighter on the map. The spawn that icon is definitely new-ish. Also, we got these death markers. Oh yeah, we can create map markers now. Okay, this one's like the I'll put this here, cave icon. Oh, for the yellow. Mine shaft entrance shared with other players. Okay, that's cool. It's gonna be like satisfactory when my whole map is gonna get covered in icons. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go do some stuff in the meantime, and then I'll be back when I've got progress. See ya. Holy crap. This guy's big. Alright, so from those clips that you probably saw of me just going around fighting, also kind of looking for cedar trees so that I can potentially upgrade this farmer's workbench. I still don't know what a cedar tree really looks like. I killed some of those monsters and they dropped quite a bit of Essence of the Void, which is very cool. Also this Void Heart. And also apparently, I guess, falling a moderate height while dashing increases your inertia, which probably makes you take more fall damage. So that's good to know. But I've gotten quite used to using the sword. I might try all the other weapons eventually at some point. I'm kind of taking my time with this. But I like using the sword right now, especially since it's like one-handed, so I can offhand a torch, so I can actually see while I'm fighting at nighttime. But yeah, there's some kind of movement you can do where you can like dash and then jump and then dash and back and forth and basically move around and stuff. I might try using the dually daggers because they seem more like an agile type thing, and I like that kind of combat at least for the moment, and using this crossbow, which I might need to either repair or make a new one, because I noticed when you use a repair kit it actually gets rid of some of the maximum durability. So eventually I had like one of my pickaxes just went down to having like 30 max durability and just broke instantly basically. So at a certain point you kind of have to keep remaking new tools eventually, and then you might as well salvage them in the salvage machine as well. I'm gonna put away some of this stuff. Oh, a cobalt ingot? Wait, where did I get that from? I didn't even acknowledge where I got that as a drop because I was kind of just playing while listening to a new FT Signify video, but holy crap. In Outlander myth, this metal is said to be cold to the touch, even when molten. While verifying this would be ill-advised, its origins amidst the frigid peaks and frozen caverns of their territory lend the story some credence. Whose territory? I don't know who they're referencing in that. That sounds cool. The still beating heart of the greater denizen of the void. Not all creatures are born of the void. Yet even those taken and corrupted may bear the same shriveled heart. Mwah. Alright, I'll put that near the alchemy stuff because I don't know what that'll be useful for. Maybe for making like void armor or something like that, or alchemy. I still haven't found any sand. Well, I did actually find some sand, but every time I mine it, it just made like sand, like little lumps instead of like an actual sand block. So I think I need to go out and find some sand and use my shovel. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. Or also, while I was doing some stuff, I cooked some pumpkin pie, which is a recipe that I got from one of the nearby villages over there. Let me actually label this. I don't know what these guys are called, but I'm just gonna call this village. Friend village. Cat face. Right. Also, I made this bridge. I don't remember if I showed this off in a previous video, if I did this in between. That was a lot of downtime. I made this bridge. I need to put some lighting and some guardrails on it, but I just made this just because I was going across this area a lot and instead of having to swim or like wave dash across it. I also put these little fences across it to add like little support beams, and I think it looks quite cute. Ideally, I want to make a bridge out of like stone at some point, but wood is like the most easily accessible resource at the moment, especially with the tree felling type stuff. I wish I could get rid of the roots though, but yeah, I like this as a little bridge. I can't be bothered to go too far away to get sand, so I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, look, I'm just getting sandstone rubble. Where do I get sand from? Do I have to smelt this sandstone rubble to make sand and then turn the sand into glass? I don't freaking know. I'm just gonna get a bunch of this stuff. And then like smelt it and then see what we can do from there, because how are you meant to get sand if it's not from a shovel or from a pickaxe? Yeesh. Yeah, it looks like you can't even put the sandstone rubble in the furnace. How do I get sand? How do I get glass? How do I get glass bottles? Holy crap, this doesn't make any sense. This is really annoying. Well, at least we got another of these large pile of books from salvaging a weapon? I don't know. I'm just gonna slowly pile up around here. There we go, this is where all the books are. I'm gonna wrap up this episode here because even though I didn't really get around to the barn, I had a lot of stuff that I got in between the sessions. I got that thorium, which I haven't really used for anything yet. We made an alchemy workbench, even though I can't make any bottles yet. There's taming. I got the void essence. I can't remember what I was gonna use the void essence for. Oh, I remember now. The thorium, the void essence. I remember. Yes! The Arcanist workbench! I can actually do magic bullshit. Frick this particular tanning rack, I don't need two. Arcanist's work. Arcanist's workbench. Oh, it made a noise. Teleporter! Irritant teleporter. Okay, so that's where we get. Wait, I've been putting that away in this other chest. Not this one. So close that damn door. One of the ones over here. Kelp. Wait, I can place this down? Oh, that's cute. It could be used as a decorative block. Yeah. Okay, that was the one. I need to find another one of those, I guess. Oh, look at that noise. It's because I'm assuming there's meant to be an animation, like the book is opening or something like that. Because it's kind of clipping into the candle right now, but maybe the... Oh, okay. Oh, maybe the book is always open and the candle's like melted into it. I see it now. Oh, I like that noise. The teleprompter. So I need to get some more of that azure kelp and I can make teleporters, and I imagine this is going to make the travel between places a lot faster. I don't need to build rails. I will probably still build rails, but for like a more for like short distance thing. Like, here's my like town and I'm going to have a rail system to go from one side of town to the other town for like public transport. But I guess if I want to make a desert base now, like that bug place that I showed, that I thought would be a really good place for like an evil wizard tower, I can do that, and I can put a teleporter so I can go back between them. Oh my god, there's so much potential. Holy crap. And what's this? Healing totem. It requires greater potions, health potions. If only I can get thorium and I can get essence of life, but glass, that's crazy, man. I can't get glass. Slowing to okay, I'm assuming these are like auras, like you put them down, and if I put them in a place and I stand near it, it heals me. So like if I have to fight monsters near my base, then I'll have like a buff, and this probably slows enemies. Flame crystal staff, gold, silver, essence of fire, and a ruby. Ice crystal staff. I'm actually pretty close. I just need essence of ice, but I don't think I've found an ice biome yet and ice enemies. Oh my god, I'm so close to stuff. And it looks like it only has one tier of bench so far. Oh, there's flavor text. Used to fashion various arcane implements, the arcane arts are the closest mere mortals have ever come to achieving avatar powers. Had they mastered them sooner, perhaps they would not have been so easily swayed. Ooh, lore. Link me some lore. But yeah, we'll worry about this stuff next time and the material gathering stuff. But I've done a lot of things and I got a lot of things to edit. Oh no. So this episode might end up being a little bit long. But thank you for watching, everybody. But I got some things to do. Bye.